Hey guys, how you doing? Today is May 30, Friday. Today we will take about 10 minutes to quickly go through the financial performance of NVIDIA just launched it 2 days before, right? And a lot of commentators or reports said that NVIDIA's future is still very good, but I don't think so. I think NVIDIA's future is not so good, right? Of course, it's not bad, right? But not as good as what they said. So we will take very quick go through of that. For the details, then I will do it on our Hong Kong charged program. Okay, then our Falcon portfolio is 117%, right? 117%, right? And for any of you has any questions, then you can leave your questions under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. And this is our covering. Then I think that NVIDIA's future is not so good. Of course, I don't mean it's bad, not like that, but not as that good as a lot of reports or commentators did, right? So we'll take a very quick look on that. Yesterday Dow Jones still rise 117 points, right? 42,215. And Nasdaq rised 74 points, 19,175. Our Falcon 350,000 portfolio been 117%, right? And this year we still lost 3%. And a lot of other countries is using the strategy of China is not going to actively discuss with US, right, on the tariff. It's not only China, EU, Canada, Mexico, Japan. They're learning from China, right? I'm not going to discuss with you, then see how it goes, right? And so you said that you can see that US-China talks a bit stalled, right? And need Trump and Xi to weigh in, right? That is Treasury Secretary President said, "It's no way this will happen." Xi will not talk to Trump directly. They will not be involved in a direct meeting with each other, right? That's what I can say, right? So still there is a long way to go, unless US cancel all the tariff. And that is no surprise to me, all right? What's the cost name, right? Appeal court, right, said that for Trump's tariff, we instated by appeals court for now. That is not surprise to me, right? If the appeal court, right, take this, and then that means there is a chance that the government have a chance to win. So this is not surprise to me. Then we'll see, right? And but that is a very good example that the court may turn down Trump's tariff. That's happened, right? And then there is now the appeal court, and then maybe then you go to the Supreme Court, right? But just for this, right? Just for this, right? For the others tariff, then others may also take the case to the court, right? Some may win, some may not win. We don't know, right? But there is the chance, right? That is like the China case. To me, that is like the China case. Remember at the very beginning, when Trump said there is a tariff, all the countries are frightened. They're scary. And they rush to US, right? I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. But what do the opposite is China? Not talking. I'm not talking, right? No communication. I'm not begging you. And then after 1 or 2 months, US come to China, right? That is what the other countries learned from China. Oh, if you're not doing anything, US will come to you, right? So this is a good example that a lot of people, when facing the tariff, then they may close, their company may close, right? When facing that kind of thing, they're afraid that even I go to the court, right, I may not win and lose the money. But if this is the first case, then that the court said that president does not have that power, a lot of the others may do the same. If their company is facing, they may need to be closed when there's a tariff, right? That is a good example for someone going up first and lead the others. It's like the China, right? So I'm not surprised by that, right? We'll see, right? Just like the Harvard University's case, the court said, okay, there is a prelim injunction, then you cannot do what Trump proposed unless the court has the final solution on the case, right? So, not surprised to me. So Trump could ask Supreme Court to halve tariff block as soon as Friday, and you can ask, and Supreme Court may not allow, right? Remember that in that the first three judges, two of them are from what? From Republican, and one of the judges is appointed by Trump himself, right? So that's funny. There is no doubt about it, right? You can see that India, right now, is the fourth largest economy of the world. The first is US, second is China, the third is EU, actually the fourth should be Japan, and now is India, right? It's India, right? And from the IMF data projects, India's GDP is 4.187 trillion in this year. Then will surpass Japan to become the fourth largest economy, right? So in coming 5 to 10 years, I think she will be the second or even the first, right? We'll see, right? In the coming 5 or 10 years, she will be the second or maybe the first, I don't know, right? The largest economy in the world. And Fed Powell meet with Trump at the White House and reinstate rate decision cannot be political, because now the court already said that Trump cannot fire Powell. Powell will stay in the Fed for another 1 year. I think he may leave at next May. Yeah, that means still there is 1 year for him to stay in that position. Dell actually doing not bad, right? Of course, then Dell's stock price is not up to the peak, but rising or not already. And although Dell missed the Wall Street expectation, but the company beat on the revenue and are stronger than expected focus on this quarter, right? And don't forget, Dell is one of the NVIDIA's primary vendors that builds a system around the chip makers' AI graphic card, right? So actually, Dell is quite alright, right? Okay, then we take a look at NVIDIA. Don't forget that the stock price of NVIDIA been 1 speak to 10, right? In the past 5 years, NVIDIA stock price rise at 14 times, right? Very good, 4 times. See that in 2022, it's only 14, right? It's only 14, right? And in the past 1 year, stock price still rise at 25%, right? But in the past half year, no increment, right? Nearly zero, 0.4%, that means zero. And the PE ratio now is very low, 44. See that the main problem for NVIDIA now, two problems. First problem, heavily dependent on data center building. That means like the Blackwell, right? Like the Blackwell, and like the GPU card she's producing. It's mainly for data center, right? In the US, in the whole world. So if data center slow down, then she's gone, right? See that? Gaming, isolation, automotive, very low. Even no increment. Only one thing is data center. But remember, data center has been for a few years already, right? It's for 3 or 4 years already, all right? So I put a big question mark on that. We take a look on that, right? We compare now the fiscal year, then she called it is 2026, doesn't matter, right? We compare the same quarter 1 year before. Revenue, all right, increased by 69%, right? Seems all right. But we take a look on the diluted earnings per share. Quite strange, only increased by 27%. So normally, if the company is going at a full speed, right, the diluted earnings per share's increment percentage should be the same or better than the revenue's increment. And if anything, the revenue increased very good, but the actual earning increased bad or less good. There is the problem. See that? I just put red circle is the operating expense is increased at 44%. Eat up a lot of profit, right? She is going to build a lot of things. So she's spending a lot of money, right? A lot of money. She earned it revenue. Going to build the chips, different centers, right? Spend on a lot of things, but that is not the element that's killing her. The thing that's killing her is she is not going to take the China market anymore, right? Remember that now China still have 1 billion people, right? And that is the number of people, sum up of US, UK, EU, and Japan, right? All of them add up together, just nearly the same as one China, 1 billion people. See that? Because of the tariff, because of the restriction from Trump, for the H20 GPU, she is losing 2.5 billion from China. But that is just in this quarter. And there will be another big 8 billion loss in the second quarter. Right. It took 4.5 billion charge due to a write down. Then she has to write down Jensen in the inventory. The chips made it, produced it, but cannot sell. Right. For that amount, no single country can take it except China. But if this linger for 1 or 2 quarters, then no one will buy it, right? Time passed already. It's not the best one, right? And now China will use Huawei. That means NVIDIA most probably will lose gradually the China market. And that is one of the catalysts for NVIDIA. Imagine if you lost half of your market, what happened? You lost the catalyst, right? Quite clear, right? So see that the tariff caused substantial margin hit. The gross profit margin, the red one, and the operating profit margin, the green one, both decreased, starting from 1 or 2 quarters before. We take a look on one of the sheet from the quarterly report, right? For the details, then I will explain in our Hong Kong charge the program. Actually, the earnings per share and the revenue beat the expectation, right? So that is the problem, right? The revenue, right, increased by 69%, right, 44 billion US dollar compared to 1 year the same quarter, 26 billion US dollar. And the diluted net income per share, that means everything excluded, not related to the main business, right, 76 cents compared to 60 cents, right, that means increased only by 26% something, right? So there must be something happen, right? Lots of money, use a lot of money on the others to build up anything, and then now is gradually losing half of her market, right? That is a very big issue for her. Now PE of NVIDIA is 44 and the forward is 32. That is indicate that NVIDIA is not a high growth stock anymore, right? Not a low growth, but not high anymore, right? If it's high, then actually it should be 60 or 70, right? Of course, for over 100 is too high. I won't buy it. But if like that become 40 or 30, that means not a high growth anymore, right? And then if it drop to 20, that become a low growth, right? That's the very important thing that we have to take notice. That means that is technology, right? Technology is like that. When a lot of people then got it already, then you will slow down, right? This is the case. So not important to us. We are still holding some NVIDIA, and we take back the capital already, and then we sold it at 100 and at the high position already, right? 2 times, right? So now the NVIDIA stock that now we are currently holding is no money, no capital already, right? So it's okay to us, right? So if you are holding NVIDIA, I think it's okay, right? But if you want to buy it now, then I don't expect high growth anymore, right? I think the high growth period for NVIDIA already passed, right? So this is my idea on that. This is my comment on that, all right? We will have our detailed analysis on NVIDIA on our Hong Kong charged program, right? So that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome, right? So see you guys on next Friday, and I hope every one of you have very peaceful weekend. See you guys. Bye bye.